Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Diggs. It's another cold one out here in the Pacific Northwest with snow on the way. Today, we're going to talk about how I am not a perfect human being, and we're going to go over all of the critical mistakes that I've made over my tenure as a YouTuber, and I am going to apologize and ask for forgiveness because some of this shit is just too funny. So yesterday in my prune video, I might have said that calculators can use prune. They can't. I know they can't, but sometimes my mouth doesn't really connect with my brain when I say things, and then in post-production, I just don't catch it. So that's all my bad, and y'all just gotta understand, I'm not a crazy psycho. I just, I'm not. My brain doesn't function that way. For those of you that have known me forever, you know I make these types of mistakes all the time. So we're gonna talk about some of the biggest mistakes I've made, whether intentional or whether it's just me being dumb. So probably the first mistake that actually came to my mind that is literally the exact same issue that we've talked about is VC card. Now, for those of you that have been around my child, I do not have a child. Those of you that have been around my channel for a while know that I got into this terrible habit of referring to VCs as VC cards. That is essentially saying vision card. And the amount of comments that I got from you guys in my YouTube comments was ridiculous. You were begging me to stop saying VC cards, and my brain just didn't want to listen to you. So for all of you out there that had to suffer while I learned how to appropriately say VC, thank you. Thank you for still continuing to be here, and I appreciate your support. This one is going to go out to the entire community. I'm sorry for Zazan. Even though it was not my fault and I was against Zazan 100%, there are still people out there who believe that I am responsible for Zazan. I literally had nothing to do for that. I wanted people to vote for Sir O. Just saying, guys, I had nothing to do with it, but even then, I'm sorry, I guess. In my very first video, pretty much of a UR unit that I reviewed, Ayaka, before we had the capability to turn abilities on and off, I told people to unlock, immobilize, and level it. This fucked over so many people's Ayakas. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I said that, and holy shit. Like, in retrospect, I'm kind of glad I said it, because Ayaka was such a fucking annoying unit, and I hated her. So, like, sorry, not sorry that I said that, but yeah, kind of sorry. This one goes out to the Sector 7 community. Now, if you're in Sector 7, I mean, you know who you are. Sector 7, a long time ago, when it was just a little baby sector, I was in there, and people were on my stream a lot, and they still are on my stream a lot. And I might have promised a giveaway to the Sector 7 community as a joke, which has now become like a Sector 7 meme. So to all of Sector 7, which has gone from like a small 50-person community to like an entire like second largest Discord besides mine, I apologize. I might have promised you guys a giveaway, and maybe I'll make good on that in the future. Now this is a big one. This is the one that I get the most flack for. Monetization. And before I go into this, I do just have a message for you guys. If you do want to support me, you can always support me by using my affiliate link, dig.gs/coins, or you can go to dig.gs/offer as well. That is up as well. This is something I'm not sorry about. And yeah, you can go fuck yourself if you have a problem with that. Forgetting Naya existed in my very first tier list. In my very first tier list, I completely forgot Naya existed. Completely, like, I didn't even know until like a month or 2 months later when someone was like, hey, where's Naya on your tier list? I'm like, who? And that's when I found out who Naya was. And, even now, I still kind of forget her. While we're talking about tier list mistakes, I put Agrius in A tier, and a lot of people had problems with that. I'm really sorry. Agrius is really an S tier unit, and for all of the people who unsubscribed to me because of that, like, come on, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Agrius, obviously S tier, obviously. Magic Delita. Do I need to go into any more details about Magic Delita? Like, I was so convinced Delita was going to be amazing as a Magic Delita, and it was going to be like a super secret meta that only I had access to. I was still learning how to play War of the Visions at the time. Magic Delita never happened. May he rest in peace. This one I got a lot of flack over. Actually, the next two are probably my controversialest videos I've ever made. My Kilfei review. When I initially reviewed Kilfei, I hated her. I thought she was a dumpster tier unit. I just couldn't get her to work in arena or guild battle for me, and she was so frustrating. A lot of you guys let me know how unhappy you were with that. And even to this day, once I kind of figured out how to make Kilfei work, once her AI got adjusted, I take it back. She's one of the better units in the game. So for those of you whose feelings I hurt over Kilfei, that's okay. I still love her now. Let's talk about the Undercover Digs video. Probably my biggest mistake. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I decided to change my name and secretly record other players in raid and how they behaved. It was probably pretty funny, and I to this day think it was some of my best work. But there's also a deep part of me that is a little bit of a salt mine and a little bit of a toxic player. So sorry if that offended y'all. I still think it's funny as shit. All right, the 9S Spear and Prune. Let's talk about this. In the most recent video that I made for Elim, I mistakenly claimed that the 9S Spear was lightning plus 15. It's actually plus 30. Sorry guys, I can't read. It's just, you know, it's something that happened. There's a reason Ildira has avoided me for so long. Let's talk about Prune. I just completely forgot in one of my videos that Prune had plus lightning on it. I mean, that's so relevant for Skull and Salir, which so many people use all the time. I'm really sorry I didn't mention that. I really wasn't thinking about Prune being a great weapon for two of the most underused units right now in the game. I haven't made it OnlyFans yet, and this was something that my Twitch community was super upset about. I mean, my Twitch community, if you don't know them, they're extremely toxic, and they really want like everything from me all the time, and I've taken so much stuff away from them. I've taken away Pizza Friday. I'm not doing bathtub streams anymore. You know, once you start once you stop showing them the skin after you've already started, like Twitch just goes bonkers. They go crazy. So to all of my Twitch communities out there that are upset that I'm not showing enough skin, OnlyFans is coming, baby. Also, you might want to check the Sector 7 memes channel. There's a little bit of skin in that channel too. El Sarile. Now, this is a unit that I knew nothing about, and El Sarile, I mistakenly said, because she's a sleeping unit, right? Her character sleeps a lot. I mistakenly said her limit break had end sleep on it, which it doesn't. And I can't even remember what video it was in. It was like one video, because I think a unit had resist sleep on it, and I was like, oh, this will be really good against El Sarile. Well, only one person caught me. So shout out to Lazarus for calling me out on this. Lazarus, this is a personal apology to you, because, you know, got special connection with you. Using the word meta in multiple videos of mine, like, I'm sorry, y'all, whenever I say meta, ain't nobody want to hear me say meta, but I can't help it, right? There's a new meta every single week. Sometimes it's a meta that you don't even know exists because I'm making it up on the spot. So sorry for that. Finally, the last thing I have to apologize for, and probably the biggest, is pulling without my mom. My mom, if you don't know, literally watches every single stream that I do. Like, she goes out of her way to watch every single piece of content that I create. And there have been a couple times where I have had to pull without my mom, and she loves watching the pulls. So to my mom, a special apology. I'm sorry that I pulled without you. That's kind of it for my major apologies. On a more serious note though, I did just kind of want to talk about what prompted this video and kind of where it came from, because I think it's important to talk about, because right now there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just gonna be honest, what a perfect time, right? What a perfect time. As soon as you're honest, just the fucking emulator crashes. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest. The reason I made this video is because, Cabbage made a video that was, not about me, but he made a comment regarding me and kind of saying that I should publicly apologize and ask for forgiveness in regards to, the should you or the are the polls rigged videos. And that's something I'm not going to apologize for. And, I really believe that being a War of the Visions content creator right now and being one of the primary War of the Visions content creators, it's really my job to represent the community and represent the community and what they're thinking. And in regards to the rigged polls, it was something that really looked convincing. And when we were proved wrong, I actually acknowledged that and I said it out to the community. So in regards to asking for an apology for that, I'm not going to do that. And I get that, when Cabbage makes his videos, he has the perspective of hindsight, and that's great. It's wonderful when you can make a video and you can always be right. But what I'm really sorry for in this whole thing is that, Cabbage and I can't get along. We have our differences. I would love to be friends with him. I've reached out to him multiple times. There's so many passive gigs at me or the global community in all of his videos, and I just don't really understand, why he hates me so much. So yeah, I'm trying to be lighthearted about it. I bitched about Cabbage a lot on my streams, and I'm sorry. It's frustrating when he, talks shit about me, and I understand that I'm a public figure and that I'm gonna have people talk poorly about me, and that's fine. But when you don't know me, when you're making YouTube videos about me and you're not really, giving it a healthy perspective or even being candid with your thoughts, when you veil them, when you're, saying something without really saying something, I don't know. It just seems, a little irritating to me, and I don't really have the right words for it. But that's kind of what prompted this video, and I wanted to approach it with a light heart, because the last thing I want to do is upset people. But what I'm really sorry for is I'm just sorry that we don't get along, and I'm sorry that we're different, and I'm sorry that, Cabbage has no interest in being my friend. So thank you so much, guys. Sorry to end it on a really serious note, but that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of how I feel, and hopefully you guys will have a great rest of your day. Oh, and make sure you use my affiliate link, dig.gs/coins.